G'day everyone, Bravo here, and I've worked out a couple of things off recordings. I believe there is a self-destruct button you can hit with your agents. I think it was D. So if you go to press WASD to move the screen around, just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. Now I've also got Eastern Europe and Urals in our last video, and we're going to go on to these three ones this video. So I'm going to try and do them relatively quickly to see if I can get them all done easily under 20 minutes. And let's see how we go. I also worked out, while I was recording the last video, that the aspect ratio changes when I go from a menu to the game. So there's a black bar at the bottom when there's a menu, and there's a black bar at the top when there's a game. Haven't worked out a way to fix that easily yet, but I'll let you know when I do, because obviously it'll disappear. So doing combat sweep, this one's actually a pretty tough mission. So I want to go in all guns blazing with miniguns, and I'm going to get 2 miniguns. So second minigun, and I'll just sell all the other guns from all the other agents. So once they're fully fitted out with mods, I'll also bring them along. And we're back to just agent push. Haven't done any V2 research yet, so what I might do is, it's really useful a little bit later to have something like a long range gun, so a sniper rifle that's literally just called long range. But I think for now the best thing I can do is do some mod research, so get up to V3 mods, and that's about half my money, so that should be okay. And that'll take 5 days. Alright, so it probably won't be done by the end of this level. And we're going to go for it. So 1 agent, all mods, 2 miniguns. We should be right. So the upside of having mods is I'll also slowly heal. And I'm going to just jump straight into getting rid of the cops. And I'm not going to press WASD this time. So first thing that happens is we have a yellow hat agent running this way for some reason, and if I go up here quickly, these guys are about to have some big battle. For some reason they're shooting each other, so we've got cream hats and yellow hats shooting each other up here, so that's worth being aware of. Mainly because it means there's less people we have to deal with. Alright, so I'll also get rid of these cars because they're actually a little bit annoying and get in the way. Now, I know that this is a bit of a burnt earth method, but I would rather burnt earth than stand here with things in my way, because we're going to have a swarm of agents coming down very soon. And these guys, from memory, have miniguns. And I've got a cop heading my way. And I'll continue with this. There we go. So without a minigun, this level is actually borderline impossible, because the agents will start shooting from about here, and they come from multiple directions, so if you're sitting here with an Uzi, you're done. And that's what the self-destruct looks like. If I hit it on my agent, conveniently one of their agents self-destructed and killed a bunch of their guys. Or de-alived them. Okay, so, and when you get a chance, when the music changes back to its slow tone, so we've still got some blue hats coming in. And a cop right there to be aware of. Yep, I thought he'd get me. But they've only got Uzis, so it's not too bad. I've got others coming. No, just police. nearly running out of ammo on our first minigun. There's a lot to pick up, but you only get a quarter of the clip. And done. Go away. Slow everything down for just a minute. There we go. I'd love to walk faster, but with the V1 upgrades, that doesn't actually last as long as I would really like. So I'm just going to pick up a bunch of miniguns. I might actually put mine down. So you right click on it to put it down. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Lots of police around, but I don't want this car running around either. There we go. So now I'm walking up to basically the aftermath of this shootout. Looks like the Cream Hats won. And there's another car driving around just to be aware of. They will not stop for you. Even if you're at a pedestrian crossing, they'll stop for pedestrians, but not you. Just... Yep. Alright. Now, I remember before I worked these 3 bars out, working, I do like that you can see guys in the window, being quite frustrated how slow everything went, and the agent will not shoot things automatically if the bars aren't full like this. So I'm just going to slowly make my way towards these guys now. Add a bit of an angle. I'm just keeping an eye on the map so I know there's a police officer there. And there we go, now these guys are in range. So the guy, when the people appear at a window, if you smash the windows like we've smashed these ones here, while they're looking out, you actually hear a bit of a crash. And one of them's decided to self-destruct again. Yep, that's a bit graphic. I'm not age restricting these at this point, but I wonder if I should. So I'm going to drop that gun and pick up one more minigun with a little more ammo. And I'll do it quickly. So if somehow you broke this window, you would hear like a crashing noise because there's someone looking out. Usually it means there's someone in the building, but I'm not seeing anyone on the map. A bit weird. Got our gun, everything's there, everything's in order, everyone's alive. Spacebar. And shift back to the black bar at the bottom. Alright, so nothing too out of the ordinary there. And that was Kazakhstan. Next up we've got Mongolia. So we're 9 minutes into the recording. Let's see if we can do this in less than 20. So personal acquisition usually means I need to use the Persuadertron. And from memory this one's actually a little bit complicated. And I think the enemy agents have pistols, so I'm going to go ahead and sell most of my miniguns here, and I'll reload one. Even though they have pistols, there are a lot of them. There's like 30 enemy agents in this one, so worth being aware of. This one will probably take long enough for the research to actually finalise, so I might kick down our funding. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 days. No, I will do that. Yep, I'll keep it there. Alright. So medkit can heal yourself. You can use the scanner as well. It makes the map a little bit bigger, which is useful in later missions. It's quite cheap. And the enemy agents have pistols on this one, so I might bring it along. Just to show what it does. Only taking the one agent. Research is done. Excellent. Lots to keep track of. Not using WASD. Now there's this temptation to use the car. I'm going to avoid using the car. So the scanner makes this map down the bottom a lot bigger, so you can see more. It's a little harder to navigate though, so not as easy to just work out what you're doing. And it does get a little hectic at times. Probably shouldn't have put it on this one because I've got to navigate this stuff. Because the guy I've got to persuade is down here. So he'll walk around this little complex. But the only way in, because there's a fence there, is this ramp here. And you can see just how many enemy agents there are. Alright, let's find myself. And I might stick down the bottom this time. Because what you can do is you can go over to the train and take the train across to this end of town. And walk down there. And bring the guy back on the train. That's risky because the guy is not technically... He just follows you, so he might not hop in the train. I have failed a few missions because people just don't get in the train behind me. There's also a lot of police in this one too. There's another way up you can take that just takes you across all these areas here and all the way in here. But I'm probably going to aim for this ramp, I think, just to stay down the bottom and get rid of the agents that I can. And once these bars are at the bottom, I'm nearly at the point where I want to switch to full gear anyway. So they then start working their way back up. Music's kicked in, let's do it. I think the police, so just confirming, this guy should have a pistol. Yep. I know it's, the music's chilled out, but I'm gonna stay in this mode, because we're not far away from this little crowd. Across the road. Really like to make my way down here if I can without taking too much damage. And the police have shotguns. Now, they don't seem like they're going to do much damage because they're short range, but they hit really hard. It's like 3 hits with a shotgun and you're done. So I've been hit with the pistol from the enemy agents, but I haven't actually sustained any damage because it's just healed. Anyone not aggroed at me? I think there's a cool car in here. Tempted to go check it out, but I'll focus on the mission. Okay, there's it there. Nope. Oh, that guy's on the top that level. Alright. So we'll stay fast for a little while, but I'll get these two down. Like, pistols aren't worth picking up. I don't think there's any miniguns on this level. Sure are a lot of agents though. So you can see that there's a fence that stops you actually getting in what looks like a gate. Yeah, I like to still have fast mode going because he will still follow me quicker. Doesn't feel like it because he is slower, but just basically keep to straight lines. Which is a little easier without the scanner, to be honest. Almost tempted to drop it, but it's $500 that I don't want to give up. Yeah, this track here is actually the train track, so worth being aware of. Yeah, I think I want to go this way. Just to there. Alrighty, so wait for him to catch up. You can just sort of walk your agent straight to the end and the guy will eventually get there, but I've also seen them sort of glitch and just start wandering around, and because you can't re-persuade them, it gets a bit unpleasant and annoying. And yes, the guy does have to actually make it to the evacuation point. There we go. And done. So, nearly ran out of ammo on my minigun. I think I can still select it, but yep. You want to avoid getting in firefights after you've got a little friend persuaded. Research on Arms V2 is completed. That's good. Because I think our next mission... we've got less than a minute before the 20-minute mark. We'll be okay. Is in Siberia. And it's another combat sweep. Now, the combat sweep itself isn't too hard. I think I can pick up an extra minigun or two on this level as well. The part that's hard is actually at the end of the level. So reload is $49.50, so we'll do that. And I'm going to go ahead and sell that, because I don't need it. We'll do some research on... I think I want... I'm just going to go down the list. Let's do legs. Double funding. Probably won't finish it, but we'll be finished by next mission. So I'll pick up another minigun early on. I think 2 should be enough, but let's grab another one because we can. And let's actually bump up that research because we've got quite a bit of money now. I'm starting to feel a bit more wealthy. Yep, that'll do us. So it should be done by the end of this level. And mods, we researched arms v2. There's that done. Alright. Let's go. Tempted to save, but I won't. Why would you save? Okay. So it takes a minute for the agents to aggro, and we actually have to walk to them, basically. But I'm going to stay on this side of the road and wait for this police car to come down here. There he is. So I want to get to about here, because that's where the enemy agents tend to catch up with me. Now you want to be careful not to get too close to the railing, because even though there's a railing, the enemy agent can actually shoot you through the railing. Alright, the car's in the way. Let's drive forward a little bit. There we go. Minigun. Now, going slow. Because as well as aggroing a bunch that are down here, so they're just walking around at the moment, they are walking my way, there's also, we cross the train tracks to get up here, and then we go to these guys, and we have to evacuate to this building, which is a bit hectic. Alright, so I'll go down and actually watch what I'm doing. Alright, I'm not going to make it much further. Alright. There we go. Now, I used to sort of sit here and let them come to this corner, but this stuff would get in the way, and they would get too close and start shooting me. So it worked out if I actually put myself in the open, it's better off. I also did that because I hadn't discovered these bars yet, and I had to do everything manually, so all the shooting was manual. Everything was manual. And I don't think I made it too much further than these levels when I did it. Still coming. Couple more. How many more? 1, 2. So there's a couple of methods for the train. One I used to do because I hated the train was destroy it, and it wastes a lot of ammo, and then I'd walk along the tracks and come up here. Like I said, wastes a lot of ammo, but now I'm a little more confident riding the train. I don't get run over as much. It is a legitimate risk on the train. In fact, it's a legitimate risk for NPCs as well. So stay behind the marked area. Alright, so I think everything's slowed down. So I'm just going to walk pretty quickly because this is a long level. So I'm going to keep my red up as long as I can. And it gets longer and longer the more advanced your upgrades get. So this is why it's worthwhile investing in the upgrades. I used to invest more in the money in the guns. So I'd be running around with all these rocket launchers, sniper rifles, and like massive lasers, and no armor. So alright, yeah, I don't think I'll make the train this run, so I'll slow it down. Yep. Just like real life, waiting for a train. Here it comes. It's a bit quicker though. This is only going back and forwards. Oh, police officer wants to catch the train. That's a worry. Oh no, he doesn't. He just wanted to watch it arrive. Make sure I wasn't up to no good. Now, you want to pay attention with getting off the train. Because you automatically hop off the train, but you don't move off the tracks. So you can actually just end up staying on the train and dying. So that's just worth being aware of. Alright, red agent's coming, so we're going to move over this way a little bit. Okay, should be right. Because he'll come around this corner. That police officer doesn't like me for some reason, but he's wandered off, so that's fine. Alright, let's go on the offensive. It's that guy. The reds, for some reason in this level, don't aggro as quickly, so I'm going to take the opportunity to drag these down a little bit until that red guy moves. And yes, the music's kicked off. And that's how you smash all the windows. So I'm not sure if it's caps or hair. Again, we'll drag these down so we get a little more time. And we'll keep an eye on the next guy. Then we might go that way. Go away. I know there's a cop that's onto me, but he's kind of trapped in here, so if he works his way out, then I'll see him on the map before I'm in range. There is the potential to shoot these guys through the fence if you're motivated. But they don't. Police want me though. So I'll stay. What's he got? Oh, it's shotgun. Thought it was something fancy for a minute. Why do they have shotguns on rooftops? Really? Okay.
Please put down your weapons.
You can research an access card that gets you into these little doors. I'm not sure what they get you. Yeah. You can blow those doors up as well. I have never found one that I've managed to get in and find anything of interest, so I'll let you know if that changes. He took a push shot first, but he didn't get it in time. Okay, I'll put that down. I'm gonna just keep it going, so we're not far off. And on my recover, as before, I try and raid this building. So these guys. will come out. But what you need to be aware of is they have shotguns, so they don't want to come out. Because if they come out, that happens because they're short-range shotguns. But if you go in, you're within range for them, which can be very bad. Alright. Mission completed. Now we go into the courtyard to be picked up by our blimp. Our very subtle blimp. Nice. Only 10 minutes over my planned time. That's not too bad. Not too bad. V2 completed, so let's go and set ourselves up for the next mission, and then we'll call it a day, because we've done Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and Siberia today. Next up, I think I'll do Kamchatka. Kamchatka. Sounds Russian. And Far East. I think that would be Russian. Alrighty. And if you're liking these, you know, do the usual, like, share, subscribe. If this is a game you've never heard of, let me know. There is a 2012 remake that I've never played that I might do. I'll see if I can get a hold of it. But it's 1993. I think it holds up pretty well, really. Like, you can tell this is Earth. It's a bit flat. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Then you can't all be perfect. But, yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And most of all, have fun.